Hi friends, this video will help Indians to beat the green card queue. So watch till the end and then find out what visas are available to Indians to beat the current queue of 15 to 18 years. It is very important to understand the types of visa available. So we have three types of employment visa, which EB1, EB2 and EB3. Major chunks of Indian green card is filed under EB2 and EB3 category. So this is very important to understand. Most of the Indians falls under EB2 and EB3 category. And you should understand or look at the current filing dates. If you look at EB2, the filing date is May 2012. For EB3, it is August 2012. And for EB1, it is June of 2022. So long waiting time for Indians. USCIS is still processing petition filed in 2012 for EB2 and EB3 category. So what should you do to beat the green card queue? You should be filing your green card in EB1 category, and I will explain what are the types of EB1 category. We have EB1A, EB1B and EB1C. EB1A is people with extraordinary abilities. EB1B is for outstanding professors and researchers, and EB1C is for multinational managers and executives. This is the most difficult category, EB1 category. This is for people with extraordinary ability in the field of science, arts, athletics, business, or education. To qualify for this category, you must show that you are one of the few who has risen to the top of your field. But a big advantage, you are not dependent on anyone or any company to sponsor you for EB1. Instead you can file a petition on your own. EB1A visa requirement, you are an individual with an extraordinary ability. You will continue to work in your area of extraordinary ability once you are in United States, and your presence in United States will provide a substantial benefit to the country. The easiest way to get EB1A qualification is just go and show to UICIS that you have a international award such as Oscar or Nobel Prize. But don't worry, everyone will not get an Oscar or a Nobel Prize. However, UICIS has listed 10 criteria which you see here. Even if you meet 3 out of 10 criteria, you still qualify for EB1A, which is a great news. And you can read through these criteria. Some of the important criteria are that you command a high salary compared to others in your field. You are an author of articles. Uh, you have original scientific work which is significant in your field. You have major trade publications. You have membership of an organization which requires outstanding achievement to join. You have received a lesser nationally or internationally recognized prize or award for excellence in your field. So there are 10 criterias, and even if you meet 3 out of 10, you still qualify for EB1A. EB1B visa. This visa is reserved for outstanding professors and researchers. To qualify for EB1B, you must show that you are recognized as being outstanding in your academic field. The standard is slightly lower than EB1A. So this is very important. EB1B is slightly lower in standard compared to EB1A. By standard, I means the criteria of qualification, and the requirements are: you are internationally recognized as being outstanding in academic field, you have at least 3 years of experience teaching or conducting research in your field. And very important, all 3 years of experience should be completed prior to filing the petition for your EB-1B visa, and you should have a job offer in the US to work as researcher or in a teaching position. As I said before, EB1B is a slightly less difficult category compared to EB1A. In EB1A, we had 11 criteria and you had to meet 3 out of 11. In EB1B, you have 6 criteria and you have to meet at least 2. If you meet more than 2, it will be a great help for you in getting approved. So some of the major things are that you must have received a major prize or award for your outstanding achievement. You are a member of an association within your academic field which requires outstanding achievement to be a member. There are published materials written by others in professional publication about your work in the academic field. You have participated as an individual or on a panel as judge of work of others, which is very important. You are acting as a judge of work of others in your academic field. You have original scientific uh, or research contribution in your field, and you have authored either books or articles in a journal. We have covered EB1A and EB1B. Now we come to EB1C. Now this is the easiest category for Indians to beat the green card queue. EB1C, if you look at the EB1C, this is very different from EB1A and EB1B. The only criteria is that you should be a manager or an executive in the Indian subsidiary of a US company. And the most important thing is that in EB1C, it does not require the US company to get labor certification through the Department of Labor. So a US company can directly offer you the job and you can move to US on EB1C category. EB1C visa requirement is much simpler compared to EB1A and EB1B. The requirements are that there must be a qualifying relationship between the foreign company and the US company, and here by foreign company we mean the company which is in India, uh, and that is related to US parent company. The EB1C visa beneficiary must have worked continuously for the foreign company for at least 1 year within the last 3 years prior to filing the EB1C petition. If the visa beneficiary is already working for the US company, then they must have worked for the foreign employer for 1 year within the 3 years prior to beginning their work for the US company. The EB1C visa beneficiary must have worked for the foreign company as a manager or executive. This is very important. You should have been a manager or a executive in Indian company, and then when you come to US on a full-time basis, then here also you should be a manager or executive. It's not that you are working as a manager or executive in India and when you come to US you work as an individual contributor. You should be working as a manager or executive in US company as well. And then the US company must have been doing business for at least 1 year prior to filing the EB1C petition. So now it's time to conclude what as an Indian you should be doing. As I have stated before, you have 3 types of visa which is available, which is EB1A, EB1B and EB1C. As I told you, EB1A is the most difficult categories and it is mostly limited to people with PhD degree, and then only PhD degree will not help you. You should be an outstanding scholar, you should have multiple publication, you should have multiple articles, you should have judged the work of others. You should have done some work which is very significant. You will have to meet at least 3 out of 10 criterias listed by UICIS. And then coming on to EB1B, this is for outstanding professor and researchers. And again, to work as a professor and researcher, again you should be having a PhD degree. And then it is relatively easy compared to EB1A, because out of 6, even if you meet 2 criteria, you qualify for EB1B. The easiest way to get a green card is through EB1C category, and the only requirement is that you should be a manager or executive. This is the easiest category for Indians. And then the plan which I suggest is that if you are a manager or an executive in Indian company which has a parent company in US, then and you if you have worked as a manager or executive for at least 1 year in that company, move to US on a L1A visa. This is very important. Move to US on a L1A visa, not on L1B visa. L1A visa, and then once you are in US, then file for green card in EB1C category. And then if you file for EB1C category, then you will get green card easily, and you will not have to wait for 15 to 18 years to get a green card. And I hope that I was able to explain you the details of types of visa which is available to beat the green card, and the easiest category in which you should be applying. So thank you so much for watching my video, and if you like the video, please go ahead and like it and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.